If you've ever stared at Polar's lineup, wondering why there are 4 watches that all seem to do the same thing, this video clears that up in the next few minutes. Each one targets a completely different kind of athlete, and by the end, you'll know exactly which wrist this brand belongs on. Let's start at the top with the Polar Vantage V3, the brand's flagship multisport watch, built for people who want the deepest possible look into their training and recovery. This is a 47mm watch with a 1.39-inch AMOLED display running at 326 pixels per inch, protected by Gorilla Glass with an aerospace aluminum bezel. What actually sets it apart is the sensor package underneath that screen. Dual-frequency GPS for more accurate route tracking in cities and canyons, offline maps you can pan and zoom right on the wrist, plus ECG, skin temperature, and blood oxygen sensors that feed into Polar's recovery algorithms. According to the manufacturer, you're looking at around 8 days of battery life in smartwatch mode, or up to 43 hours with GPS running continuously during a workout. Water resistance sits at 50 meters, so pool laps and open water swims are covered, though it's not built for scuba diving. This is the watch for someone training seriously across multiple sports: running, cycling, swimming, who wants Polar's most complete recovery and readiness data without switching brands. If you're the kind of person who checks their training load before deciding whether to push hard or take a rest day, this is built for exactly that habit. You'll find the Polar Vantage V3 priced at $667 at the time this video was recorded, and the link is waiting for you down in the description. Now, if that price tag made you wince, the Polar Pacer Pro exists for a very different kind of buyer. This is Polar's mid-range running watch, and the smartest thing about it is what it leaves out. Instead of an AMOLED touchscreen, it uses a color memory and pixel display, which is less flashy but sips power so slowly that Polar rates it for up to 7 days in daily use and 35 hours with GPS actively tracking a run. And if you switch to power-saving mode, that stretches to around 100 hours. You still get a barometric altimeter, wrist-based running power without needing a separate accessory, and Strava live segments for chasing personal bests on familiar routes. It's operated entirely through 5 physical buttons around the case, which means no touchscreen fumbling with sweaty fingers mid-run. This one's for the runner who wants Polar's training and recovery tools, the same ones the Vantage line is known for, without paying for a screen they don't need or a battery they'll be babysitting every other day. If your goal is logging consistent miles, and actually understanding your training load, not tracking maps through the backcountry, this is the practical choice. It's currently going for $189, making it the most affordable watch in this lineup by a wide margin. Before we get to the last two, if you're finding this breakdown useful, go ahead and subscribe to GadTech and turn on notifications. We put out comparisons like this regularly, and it helps you catch them the moment they drop. Next up is the Polar Grit X2 Pro, and this is where Polar shifts from road and gym training toward the outdoors. It shares the same AMOLED display and dual-frequency GPS as the Vantage V3, but the case is built differently. A stainless steel bezel as standard, with a titanium version available for less wrist weight and a sapphire crystal lens that resists scratching far better than standard glass if you're brushing against rocks or gear. The functional detail that actually matters here is water resistance. It's rated to 100 meters, double what the Vantage V3 offers, which matters if you're doing anything beyond casual swimming. Battery life lands around 43 hours in full GPS mode and up to 10 days as a daily smartwatch, according to Polar's own figures. This is the watch for hikers, trail runners, and backcountry adventurers who need offline maps they can actually trust when there's no cell signal, and a case that can take a hit without babying it. If your idea of a good weekend involves a mountain instead of a treadmill, this is the one built around that reality. Depending on retailer and configuration, you'll find the Polar Grit X2 Pro priced around $699. So check the current listing linked below before you commit. Finally, there's the Polar Ignite Thra, which trades multi-sport ambitions for something lighter and simpler to live with day to day. At just 35 grams with the band included, it's noticeably smaller on the wrist than the other 3, built around a 1.28-inch AMOLED display and Polar's Elixir sensor for heart rate and recovery tracking. It still packs dual-frequency GPS, which is honestly more precision than most casual users will push to its limit, and Polar rates the battery at around 5 days in normal use, or 30 hours with GPS running. What it's really built for is someone who wants Polar's health and sleep insights, sleep-wise, nightly recharge status, daily readiness, wrapped in a watch that doesn't feel bulky at the gym or at your desk. If you're less focused on multisport data logging and more interested in a comfortable daily companion that happens to track your runs well when you need it to, this is the fit. This one carries a price around $399 at the time of recording, so it's worth comparing that against your actual training needs before deciding. That covers all four. Every link and current price is sitting in the description below, so grab whichever one matches how you actually train. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, now's a good time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.